Unit 7, the tradition they tried to ban. We have passed through the vocabulary part, in the class, but I'm going to refresh your memory, so listen to the text and then we are going to start the explanation of the grammar part.
They tried to ban. Water throwing festival. If you are visiting Thailand in April, it might be a good idea to take an umbrella with you. Why? Well, although April is the hottest month in Thailand, it is also when Thais, on the 13th of April, celebrate New Year. How do they celebrate it? By dousing people with water. Originally, the Thais gently poured water over each other's hands as a sign of respect. This then developed into young people throwing water at each other to relieve the heat. Today, however, young people run or drive through the streets with buckets of water or enormous water guns and throw water at anybody they see. So, if you don't want to get soaked, don't stand in the street. Fortunately, there are some rules. Firstly, participants mustn't throw water at elderly people. Secondly, they mustn't touch people. Thirdly, they mustn't throw water at car drivers. Every year, people get killed or injured in road accidents during the festival, and some people want to ban it. Rolling. Nobody knows exactly when this tradition at Cooper's Hill in the centre of England started, but it was centuries ago. The rules are simple. You have to chase a large round cheese down a very steep hill. This dangerous event takes place every year at the end of May. Participants often break limbs or suffer from concussion, and even the spectators are at risk. One year, a cheese soared into the air and hit a 59-year-old grandmother on the head. 1997 was a particularly bad year for casualties. Up to 37 people were injured. So, in 1998, the local authorities banned the cheese rolling. However, because of all the protests, the ban only lasted a year, and the tradition started again in 1999. To reduce the number of injuries, participants and spectators had to obey a few simple safety rules. Even so, about 12 people a year get injured. Bull running. It is the most famous part of the Fiesta de San Fermín, a week-long festival that is held every July in Pamplona, Spain. Every morning at 8 o'clock, participants run through the streets in front of a small herd of 6 bulls, each about 600 kilos. Anybody can take part. You needn't sign up. You just have to stand in the street and wait for the bulls. However, most participants wear white clothes with a red handkerchief tied around their necks. The event is extremely dangerous. In 2004, 8 participants were injured when the bulls caught them with their horns. All spectators must stay behind the double line of fences along the road. This is because the participants need to leap over the first line of fences into an empty space to escape from the bulls. Each year, there are people who want to ban the bull running. They aren't concerned about the number of injuries to the participants. They're protesting because after the bull running, the bulls are killed in bullfights.
Now, let's move to the grammar. Today, we are going to talk about necessity in the present. The affirmative form, subject, I, we, you, they, he, she, it, which means all the subject plus must. I, we, you, they, a plural noun, plus have to. He, she, it, or any singular noun, plus has to. All these forms followed by infinitive. Example: you must tell the truth. You have to fasten your seat belt. She has to study hard. It is necessary to study hard. Now, what is the difference between must and have to and has to? First, must. It is internal obligation. So, the obligation came out of you, from your inside. Example: I must pray now. For have to and has to, it expresses external obligation. Example: she has to wear her uniform in the school, so the school obliged her to wear her uniform, and it is external obligation. The usage. We use must plus infinitive form to say that something is necessary and it is very important to do it. Example: you must be quiet in the school library. We use must as well to express rules and laws. Example: in the UK, you must be 18 to drive a car. Lack of necessity in the present. Now we are going to mention the forms used in order to express lack of necessity in the present. First, needn't. Second, don't or doesn't have to according to the subject. Don't or doesn't need to according to the subject as well. It isn't necessary to. All these forms are followed by infinitive form of the verb. Example: she doesn't have to take a taxi. It's still early. You needn't bring a towel. There are towels at the swimming pool. Now we are going to talk about prohibition. Mustn't plus infinitive form of the verb. We use mustn't plus infinitive to say that something is prohibited and it is very important not to do. Example: you mustn't be late for school. You mustn't use your mobile phone in the exam. The second usage of mustn't, we use mustn't to express rules and laws. You mustn't smoke in the aeroplanes. Other forms for prohibition is it's forbidden, it's prohibited, it's banned, it is not allowed, it isn't permitted. Now we are going to have the second grammar lesson, which is zero conditional F. the form of zero conditional F. F followed by present simple, then present simple. Okay, we may put if in the middle, so before it we put present simple and after it we put present simple as well. The usage of it, we use zero conditional to express facts and general truth. Example: if you heat ice, it melts. If you boil water, it evaporates. If in the zero conditional form equals when or whenever. Example: when you heat ice, it melts. Whenever you put wood in water, it floats. Let's move to the first conditional F. First conditional F. The form F followed by present and well plus infinitive. We may put if in the middle, so before it we put will plus infinitive and after it we put present simple tense. The usage: we use the first conditional F to predict the result of a future action. We use the present simple to describe the action and well plus infinitive to describe the result. Examples: if you get bed late, you will be tired tomorrow. If I miss the bus, I will take a taxi. Unless equal if not. That means the negative form of if is unless. If she doesn't study hard, she won't get high marks. Equals: unless she studies hard, she won't get high marks. This is the ending of the explanation of the grammar part. Please study it well and then try to answer all the questions in your booklet. If you have any problem, contact me immediately. Miss Yusra.